Nobody.
Hey, welcome back
What up,
to
y'all?
another episode of A Who Are Gonna Be Their podcast, the place where you get to be an exclusive member to our very entertaining group chat. And for those watching, we have a full house. We haven't had a full house.
Since like day one.
Day
We
one.
got 4-man squad.
Oh my goodness. We have
And I was
Tracy
really gonna
J.
be out today on the cool. I was like, all right, I guess I could.
Ooh. Y'all see how Tracy be trying to do us?
I'm sick.
Tracy in the building, Eli in the building. I'm here. And then our lovely Josh is back, y'all.
Josh, who?
For one night only. One night.
That's not true. 2 nights only. I'll be back for the actual finale next week. Actual finale.
So Josh gonna wait to the end.
Is Josh here just because it's a finale? Just pulled up for the finale, and that's why Survivor made this a 2-part, 4-hour finale. Despite this only being like not the finale, we got the finale next week. I don't know. Welcome back, Josh.
Just for me.
Just for you. But just so you know, we have already decided that your draft is not valid because you have not been here. So
well, we traded your draft players like 3 weeks ago.
Was Rachel originally on my draft?
You said what, Josh?
Was Rachel originally on my draft?
No.
You don't even remember who on your draft.
That's why it's you. Her win don't count. It would not.
Rachel and Sam.
Oh
left.
yeah, you definitely
but that's my ass. That's my draft. That's my team.
Josh doesn't remember the agreement that we made.
I'm on a roll. I'm undefeated.
Actually, I'm on a roll because I picked your players.
That's what he don't count though. You have to at least be here for 5 episodes a season for your draft.
Now that was not in the fine print. Now you making stuff up as you go because you lost.
Hey,
oh, look at you! You all gone. You all great. I was with my glasses on. I can see that.
I am all grayed out.
I'm
all grayed out. Oh man, but y'all know why we here. We just messing with Josh. I mean, no, I'm for real. His draft don't count. But we're glad to talk about Survivor 37 because it was part 1 of the finale. Again, like Eli said, why they did 2 parts like this. We could have wrapped this thing up this week and been on our merry way.
Today.
But we don't. We got to come back next week for the finale.
I will be Christmas shopping.
You said Christmas shopping?
I'm done Christmas shopping.
But yeah, y'all, this episode, it was a fun episode. Sad for my draft and Eli's draft and just players in general because we lost 2 heavy hitters in the game. But let's just tell y'all how we got there. So starting out, we come back from the amazing success of Operation Italy, right?
Viva l'Italia!
And so people are confused, mostly Teeny. So Teeny wants to know what's going on, y'all. She like, what the heck happened? We know what happened. She like, so I need to know. So she go grab Andy. And so she started giving him the 3rd degree. Like, so you want to explain yourself to me? Tell me what happened, like what went down. And Andy's like laughing in her face, like, yeah, I did. I flipped, girl. Yeah. You know, and he's making a joke out of it. He's so happy and proud of himself, as he should be.
And shoot, I will say the craziest thing is Andy's completely fabricating what seems like the whole plan. Oh, yeah, I just thought of this during Tribal or on our way to Tribal. He didn't own any of it. He said, yeah, it all happened. And oopsie, and it all worked. Tee.
Yeah, I changed my mind. Yeah, I did it, but I changed my mind on my way to the tribal council. And then so Tina like, I don't believe it. I gotta go get Genevieve and Sam so they can corroborate this. I need like if they work together, what makes you think the answer is not going to line up with Wes? So
this has not been a good stretch of 3 episodes for Teeny. No. Maybe 4, maybe 5.
Let's keep it buck. This hasn't been a good stretch of season for Teeny.
Hey, we were talking about this last week. We had the stretch of 2 weeks where she was gosh dang Suri and
She was cooking
Izzy.
for a good little bit of time. I was all
For the
like, now
first
wait
two
a minute.
episodes of the season, she went on that journey and ain't never been the same again. Ain't never been the same again.
So I'm curious, what exactly has she been cooking? Like just a grilled cheese sandwich? Like what is she?
Well, she ain't cooked nothing since episode 2. So
She cooked up some wine. I don't know. It takes a lot of work to cook up wine, and
No, that wine cooked her.
that baby can drink, huh? She can drink her some wine now. Huh? Can't nobody beat her in that.
Baby,
She
they
gonna
said,
outplay it.
hold on, did you fill up? Did you fill up? She said, indeed.
It was looking
All
for
right.
another bottle. It was looking
Listen.
for another.
I ain't mad at her. Go ahead and get your drink on, Teeny.
She said, I ain't gonna win this game subconsciously. She said, so I might as well get drunk out here. I ain't gonna win. But she still thinks she can win for some reason or another. But anyway, so then she go get Sam, and Sam starts giving us this elaborate explanation, which we know to be a lie. This little cover story. And he was like, yeah, you know, we didn't really come up with it. We didn't know if our plan was gonna work or not. We just had this inkling. Then we tried this, and then that worked out, and then that happened, and we didn't expect this, and then boom, we fell into it. It happened. It worked.
And then I told Genevieve to use her idol that I know is real, and then oh my gosh, wait, it's not.
And she didn't use it.
She did use it, and oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. And then you guys just happened to split the votes, and oh, it's all your fault, Teeny. It's your fault. We didn't concoct a plan.
And she
that
ate
was
it,
fun.
bought it, hook, line, sinker.
Right before this interaction, Teeny said something. I think it was Sue and Rachel. Either Andy's better than we thought, or we're worse than we thought. And and I think after seeing the end of that interaction, the latter is a part of it. And I do want to give love to Teeny. I know this episode might be, oh, we're digging on her, and Teeny seems dope, and it's hard on the island. I bet you it's so hard, but yeah, unfortunate set of circumstances.
You see our face.
Listen, Teeny, fam, you going home with a check. You are not a loser in my book. You on my draft, fam. And listen, she is a shoe-in to bring to the finale if it was me. You are coming with me because I can beat you. And
See,
fam, you going home with a check. So a lot
that's
more
if
money
you were
than
playing.
everybody over there. So
I don't know if she gonna make it to the final 3.
Can she make 5? We
I
don't
don't think
think
she
make
can.
5, right?
That's why she's so scared of Rachel, because she said Rachel can
Rachel's the only one. Rachel's the only one I see make. Oh, Sue can set the fire.
Everything I just said.
You are not going here with a check.
They should bring her though. Everybody in that camp should bring her though.
Everyone, I bet everyone, maybe except for Rachel, who might go put herself into 5. Well, even then, that still brings Teeny through. Everyone's bringing Teeny because like she gives goat energy. She gives back. That's what she gives.
Oh my Lord.
And you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But we know Teeny, she played the best game. She thought she knew how. But so then we get, this is one of the highlights of the episode. Our girl Rachel, she like, hold on. They missing, Teeny missing. I don't like it. I'm about to go see what they doing. And so she get the creep. Yeah. Creeping on down low. And she get up under them bushes and she started hearing.
Hold up. She got so close. I was like, now I know you lying. Y'all don't hear this?
Y'all didn't hear a twig snap. Y'all didn't hear.
You know, they probably thought like, oh, it's probably some animals out there, but that would have caused me to be like, I'm about to get up.
Man, y'all, this all could have been ruined by Rachel sneezing or something. Like, imagine she just little sand gets in her nose, she sneezes. But man, she held it strong. She held it strong, hidden.
It's better than me. I would have
it's
came
fun to
around there and
watch.
be like, oh, for real? That's what we doing? They would have been like,
right. But what if, y'all? What even if she did sneak, what if they found out or they didn't tell the plan, or even if they were saying they were gonna do Sue, that was their ideal plan, it still would have fell apart because he both had an idol. So it didn't really matter.
Maybe, well, I can see the perspective where if Rachel thought that her and Sue still had Teeny.
Mm.
Where, we still have Teeny. I know Andy just flipped, but we flip Andy back to us because it's 3 against 3. Andy won't go to rocks. Then that's a scenario where Rachel can save her idol till 5. So I could see where that was ring fire alarm going off in Rachel's head, because that was vital. The fact that, I have to use this.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, she got all the
even with the vote block. If it was those 3, Rachel, Sue, and Teeny, they're good. They have a vote block, and Rachel doesn't have to use her vote. So,
but because of that Teeny flip, that idol was imperative to use.
Yeah.
Josh, you used to look like you about to say something. Go ahead.
Nah, I'm just giving props to Rachel. Like, she ate that. Like, I think one of the imperative things about Survivor is like getting information and knowing what to do with it. And I feel like she got information that she really wasn't supposed to know. She crept, which people should be doing more often on Survivor. Follow them.
It's pitch black.
Follow people ain't exclusive just to when people are hunting for idols. Just want to have a conversation too. Follow them. See what they talking about.
They hear your name.
Yeah, you might fool around and strike goals. Like, oh, you trying to blindside me?
I got something for you.
And then slightly skipping ahead to like the next morning when she catches Sue out hunting for idols, and she's like, Sue, just stop.
Don't even worry, baby. I got it. I'm good, baby. You ain't gotta look, because Sue was trying to find Rachel some shit. I'm gonna find something. I gotta find another idol.
We gonna save us.
We gonna save both of us tonight. And listen, baby, I got you. I'm all right. I got my own idol. But what did Sue do? Rachel told me about her idol. I'm so happy for her. That's so good. But I ain't telling her about mine.
I know that's right.
But
She said, I'm trying to be like Marianne. I'm trying to sneak an idol and have the ultimate Uno card that no one expects.
Spoiler, hey, Lynn, I am so upset she did not keep that dang idol. Girl, wasn't nobody voting you out?
You talking about Sue?
Yes.
I really was like, oh, she about to use it on Genevieve. That would have just made for like great TV, because we know like ain't nobody really been calling her name.
Now that would have been some TV. Like if she would have came to Genevieve, like, listen, girl, this what we
that Sam would have win. We would have had our woman. Come on, we was there.
These are ultimate dreams y'all are having. This is like ultimate alternate, because this would never happen.
It would never. But just think about it. If Sue would have had some strategic inkling, she could have saved Genevieve, because who gonna take her out next? Even if Sam is gone, you still got Rachel. Think about Teeny. Think about, they still not gonna come for her. They will come for Genevieve.
Sue would have no chance. Sue would have no chance. Sue already has no chance, but Sue would have extra less chance.
But if you make a move like that, if I was Sue, I would be like, look, Genevieve, if I save you, you got to bring me to final 3 if you win final immunity.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think she would.
I think so
At
too.
that point, she got no other options. If either I do this or I don't do this, and you end up being juror number 7, 8, whatever number it is.
Because it's either that or you try to go up against Rachel. Like,
I mean, hey, both as we see, they're both mothers. They're both running the game, and they are talking about the fact that they're running the game. So it's like, why?
I wouldn't say mother.
It does.
Listen, I said close enough. Welcome back, Wanda and Agatha. Welcome back. Welcome back.
But yeah, it would be crazy for Sue to have done. I mean, it would be a move on a resume,
right?
But that would be more so Genevieve's. I don't care. You're saving a top target for no reason just to make a move. That'd be doing too much.
I'm saving the top target to blindside somebody that's not. I'm not working with Sam, so he can go. Goodbye. I didn't made it possible for I don't know, Josh, correct. I don't know if it's always ever been a Final Four women. I made that possible.
It had been Final Four in a long time.
Right. Because since not the Black Widow Brigade, was it?
Yeah. They were 3.
Oh, 3
oh wait, no, at least they were 3. They might have been 4. Yeah. After the Eric vote.
So that was the last time, right? So season 16.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So I made this. I didn't rewrote history, then brought back a Final Four of women that ain't never happened before. And I left a huge target and her nemesis in the game. So they're gonna be coming for each other, and I get to skate on by. And I've got this one to promise to bring me here. Oh yeah. I don't know if she would have won, but that could have got her some votes.
That would have got her probably at least 1 or 2 votes.
That would have got her second place.
It would have got her Caroline's vote, and that's it. I don't care. That would have got her Caroline's vote, and she already had.
Honestly, second place might have 1 vote. The way it's
7-1.
looking. So
yeah, it's probably gonna be like that. Caroline gonna be the vote for Sue because Sue's going to the final 3.
Yeah.
I don't see a world in which Sue does not go to the final 3. I don't.
Right.
So,
also, just gotta go back on one separate point. It's like normally we get on people for like telling people about their idols and stuff. But in this one scenario, I really don't fault Rachel for telling Sue about her idol. This is one time where I feel like this is the scenario in which you tell someone you have an idol.
yes.
Because you know that person is just down in the dumps right there with you at Final Five. They ain't got no other option to try to flip back to other people.
Right. And we have to take into consideration that Rachel doesn't know that Sue has one. So with Rachel knowing that she's a target, she's like, let me just tell Sue, girl, I'm gonna be okay. You ain't gotta keep digging. I know you're trying to find something to protect us, but I got us because they coming for me anyway.
Yep.
And just like you mentioned, that's her only ally left in the game. I don't want my ally stressing out trying to figure out what's going on when I already got it. I got this. We good. We solid.
And shoot, one other thing before at the very start of this scene, we see Sue getting up. Oh Lord, I thought she was gonna pass. I thought this was gonna. Siren started coming off like she's 32, but she's like getting up, and she looked a little shaky. And I'm like, oh no, please don't fall and get medevac. I started to get some sirens, just realizing how tough it was.
Wait, has anybody ever got medevac this late in the game?
Oh, of course.
Oh,
this been a dude I think that got medevac Final Four. It was this older dude that decided to eat a bunch of beef or something right at the Final 5 or 4, and then his stomach went out, and he had to leave.
So he didn't pull a Sam and elect to not go to the reward when his stomach was messed up. So he didn't do what Sam did. He went on the reward anyway. And
he ate too much. Well, he just didn't eat, and then at the very presence of food, he just ate too much.
He went ham.
Was not good.
Oh, I would be so pissed.
Literally.
Right, then both of them are goats, and not in a good way.
Exactly.
And not in a good way. But so after that happens, Rachel, after she tells her about the idol, we get the immunity challenge, which Josh, we ain't been telling these people about that. We got too much to talk about than to discuss an immunity challenge. Genevieve won the puzzle. It was out of her and Rachel, neck and neck.
Whoa! Oh my gosh, y'all! They did an obstacle course, but in water, and then they did a puzzle at the end. Can you believe it? I will say Genevieve kicked butt though.
The first time that's ever happened on Survivor
in the history of Survivor. Like what?
I will say, Survivor people. I know y'all already did 48 and stuff, but for 49 and 50, can y'all please zhuzh it up a little bit? I know we on time. Well, you got an extra half hour now. Y'all could have a little bit more creative. What happened to the eating challenges? What a little little shuffleboard thing. Can we? I know we want.
I'm trying to see some shoulders dislocated. I don't know about
that.
y'all.
I'm about to say, have them wade through the water with a ball and be like, get to the other side and have them tackle each other. It ain't gonna happen.
Or
what's that comp where they hit them like
jousting?
they do on like on.
Oh yeah, bring back physical tribe challenges.
Yes.
Also,
I want to see
what
that.
about the challenges where they got to answer questions? Let's bring back knowing stuff about the game. In the game where they got to cut each other's rope so you know who aligned with each other.
Bring back touchy subjects. That's what that's called. Touchy subjects. Bring that back.
Yes.
Expeditiously. Bring it back right at the start of jury too.
Or we can do 20 straight obstacle courses.
Wait, what happened next, Eric?
Right. Genevieve won. It was neck and neck between her and Rachel. Jeff basically, he's talking about y'all need to just quit. No, wait. He said Andy's gonna look at Rachel to see how to do it. And he said, if you're doing that, that means you in last place. Or you're losing. He said it means you're losing. He said now Tina's gonna be looking. They might as well give up. Y'all might as well just sit back and watch because you're not.
You're a terrible motivator.
Well, look, hey, this ain't like one of those other challenges, like the second meeting challenge we had. A puzzle, you gonna have someone that's clearly gonna be in the lead. And it's not the type of thing where you can come from behind like that. It's not the puzzle's gonna fall over.
Right.
The puzzles are relatively sturdy. So Jeff was like, "Was just keep it in a buck." I'd be like, "Cause Loki," I'd be like, "Yeah, they too far gone. Let me just go ahead and conserve my energy.
Yeah, you
I
might.
would.
Soak up the sun a little bit."
I would have still been in there war.
But
I
would
will
say,
say they put like no pieces on. What do you mean y'all all got to the puzzle at the same time? And Genevieve did 40 pieces, and y'all still only have the center one that was there at the start. I was losing my mind.
they literally got to the platform like 5 seconds after she did. So I don't understand. First of all, shout out to her and Rachel though for the way they put it together so fast with everybody else getting to the platform nearly at the same time as they did. So I don't know if it was delirium or what else, or they just sucked their puzzles. But shout out to Genevieve, especially because before they jumped off the platform, she said, "Oh, I hate these puzzles. I can't do it." And then won.
They ate them up. Mm-hmm.
So she wins, and so now it's kind of like, okay, what's going to happen? Because also we still believe, well, they still believe that she has an idol as well, that little fake idol that she made last week. They still believe that's in play too, just so y'all know. But anyway, she wins, and she gets to go on to the sanctuary, and she gets to choose people. Sam immediately, like I said, he says no. She's shaking his head. Don't take me. My stomach is messed up. I got diarrhea. I don't need to be going nowhere.
He did not say all that.
He said that. That's what he said.
Wait a minute, did I miss that part?
He did it. So on Twitter, he did say he had too much and he was throwing up stomach acid all the day before. And so he didn't want to go and mess it up. So he said he needed a nap is what he said. So he wasn't going to go. And so she chose to take Sue and Teeny Weenie.
Once again, Andy has not went on any of these.
Well, he went last week, girl. He went on last week.
Oh, did he go last week? You see,
Sam
I forgot about that.
Operation
you're
Italy.
right. He did. I forgot. I just erased it all the way out of my mind.
Well, because it's not unfamiliar, because we saw time and time, like earlier in the game, like Andy would get left out of stuff.
Andy got left out a lot. I was like, damn, y'all playing Andy.
Yeah,
like,
I'll never forget Sierra and that chocolate. But anyway, that's not here nor there.
Mm-hmm.
So they go on reward, and Genevieve immediately says she want Rachel out because Rachel's gonna win the game. 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 And Teeny, the flip flopper that she is, she can't talk about Andy flipping because she was just like, oh yes, I just can't beat her on fire. She gonna make that fire, and I just think it's the best that she moved. And Sue was just kind of like, this girl want her out, child. They gonna get Rachel out of this game if they can help it, and I'm not gonna let it. Because I was like, is Sue gonna? I didn't think she would, but I was like, I was wondering to see where Sue's head was in the game, because she easily could have done something else and kind of, I don't know what she could have did, but she didn't say nothing. She just absorbed it and just kind of went along with it. That should have right there should have told them, Sue ain't really gave us nothing, ain't really saying much about this. Something must be up, but they didn't get it. And then back home at the camp, Rachel is giving her own eulogy to Sam and Andy.
Three Gatas. Look at where they are now.
The three Gatas.
She was fed up on the cool.
Yeah. And she was just like, yeah, what happened? Like, we was trying to work. I tried to work with you. You didn't pick up what I was putting down. We was just
you raggedy. Like, she might as well have just said that.
Andy sat there in silence mostly. I was like, Andy, if you don't speak and say something, appeal to her emotion, do something, she gonna vote you out. Because we know what y'all don't. We know something you don't. We know something that you don't know. She got an idol. And she's sitting in her confessionals. She like, y'all, I'm planning my funeral. I'm picking out the flowers. I'm picking out my colors. I'm picking out the casket with Sam and Andy. I'm telling them, make sure that this is said. Make sure this is on the screen. Make sure this picture's in my video. Make sure this song is sung. She ate. And the whole time she says, they think I'm dying tonight. But in reality, I'm going to make it to the morning. And it's going to be one of them.
Listen, they should have really read the room. Because she really... excuse me, in this conversation, you can just see the confidence in her. It's like, really?
But she cried though. It
was still, she had a little smirk. I was just like,
shoot, I see a cheer. I said, oh my gosh, this is Oscar worthy to me. She crying.
But like Tree said, she too calm. Like if and here's what I'm saying. Like this is where you get blindsided. This is why you have to be aware at all times because y'all know how good of a player Rachel is. So even if she didn't have like y'all got to know a player like her is not just gonna roll over and die.
But I could see from their perspective where Rachel's just proud of her game. There's plenty of times where we've seen people go no power and they just go with their head held high because it's like, yeah, I was rocking this game, I would have killed it. And I feel like I got a similar vibe from this conversation. Not if I didn't know that she had an idol, if this was my first episode, and I'd be like, oh yeah, she's going home, but she rocked this game.
You can't give up. We too close to the finish line to be giving up. Anything can happen
like,
in the game.
Okay.
But what I will say, what other options would they have? Because you almost have to go in as a consensus. Where if you try to flip it, you're like, should we do Sue? Then you start to get question marks and potentially things flip on you. I feel like at this point, like I know idols are still out there and available, but you almost just have to not bite the bullet, but you can't play too many games with the positioning they were at.
Yeah.
I'm
not saying that they could have done anything. I'm just saying in terms of them just not thinking she got nothing and just packing her up and burying her in the sand right there. That's the part I'm thinking about. Like y'all didn't even conceptualize the fact that she might have something else.
Yeah, because really the smart play would have been to do a split vote. Yeah. On both her and Sue, if they was really pressed about it. That was like that thought should have crossed their head. Maybe it didn't to make the edit, but I feel like something conversation like that would have made the editor if they had those thoughts, like split the vote on them so they can like guarantee that they have a revote or something.
Mm-hmm. They did know about the split vote or the block of vote at this time.
Yeah, they did know that.
Still.
Yeah, they knew. So it's like, but hey, she fooled them. That's on them. And so once everybody else came back to the little beach or what? Oh, Teeny slipped up about that little fake idol to Sue, but nobody care about that.
That was so funny.
Please slip up. Like, that's what I want you to do. Tell her again. Keep telling everybody that I got this idol girl. That's what I want you to do. I want them to think that it's real.
And we see Teeny get upset at Genevieve. Oh, you spun so much against Teeny. You're riding a bike in your own head. Into those wheels.
Oh my God. So after that, at heart to heart, she's like, I still need to try to talk to Andy. If I can appeal to Andy, this is Rachel. If I can appeal to Andy, I may get to save my idol. If I can convince him to come with me. And I'm like, okay, so Andy, he gonna be safe. Okay, I'm listening. Because I'm like, I told y'all last week, I said I feel like that move was gonna cost Andy the game. And I was like, he gonna go home next week. But I had that feeling up until this point, and she was like, I want to talk to Andy and see if I can get him on my side. I was like, oh, okay. So Sam was her target. Cool, bet I can rock with this. And so she's talking to Andy, and she's kind of, giving her explanation about what could happen, that she's not a shoo-in, that Sam has all these people on the jury. The jury doesn't really see him as a player in the game. He's just kind of someone that's there. And that he's a non-factor. She said it in the nicest way as possible.
A nothing burger. He's a nothing burger.
And people, we have got to stop letting our insecurities in these games. Players, I'm looking at y'all because we talked about Teeny letting her insecurity about high school and popular people, what they may have treated her, get it the best of her last week on her Sam rant. Rachel didn't know, but when she said that to Andy, I could just see him go back to those years again, go back to those formative stuff. When he felt like he didn't have nobody, when he was last picked, he wasn't chosen, he wasn't seen as anything. And that clicked it for the detriment of his game. He didn't know that. But looking back, like he was like, I refuse to let anybody sit up here and think that I ain't playing this game. I want you to know that my game, I could be Sam. Like he literally
cocky.
He got to, but it was because of his insecurity. When you don't really know yourself all the way just yet, he's getting there, he's getting better, but that was a trigger for him. It's still a trigger, and I could just see it. His eyes changed, y'all. I don't know if I just saw it, maybe it's the therapist in me, but I seen it change when she said, you a nothing burger. It was over. He knew he had to prove to her, and this came up later on, which brought about his demise. But I mean, I guess we can just talk about it because we on the same one. So eventually, after they had a conversation, he's like, "I'll think about it. I'll be honest. I'll weigh my options. I may vote Sam." And he was weighing it. He was like, I could flip and go this way with Sue and Rachel. If I could, make this my new final three. I've been flipping all season, and I can still pretty much go to the end and win this game if I go this route. But
I think his problem was in the game of Survivor. For me, I don't think you should ever have definitive answers, especially that early. Like I would have said, listen, that sounds like a great offer. We're at the final. I'm not really working with anybody. Like, let me think it over, but that sounds good. I ain't say yes. I didn't say no. And just like Eric said, now that I, really think about it, that insecurity might have got to him. Like, you ain't about to tell me who I am.
Yeah.
I need you to know that I've been cooking these last couple weeks. And you know what? When you get to that jury, I said, "Oh, he already had her packed up, showered, clean, and in a fresh outfit." I said, "Wait a minute, Andy fam, you're the one that's gonna take a shower tomorrow, not her."
Literally, and even before then, here's what he also messed up. He messed up even before that conversation because he went and told Sam and Genevieve and Teeny and Teeny and Genevieve what Rachel was telling him on the beach when they were all gone. And Sue was like, "Oh, girl, you can't trust him. He done stole everything that y'all talked about. He went and already told them. So he is not with us, girl. They are 100% voting for you. Ain't no flipping, ain't no switching. Play your idol, girl. Play your idol because they're voting you. Hands down, without question." Right. And so that was strike 1.5. And the rest of the strikes, Trish just told us, he basically told her, "You going home. I made my decision and I've decided I'm voting for you." And honestly, that wasn't even the part that behooved me and that sent him home. The part that behooved me and sent him home was he was like, "My game is better than what you think it is. And so this is my game. My game is I've been lying. Yes, I've been lying to you and I don't want to lie to you no more. But
the whole game, fam.
And Rachel said,
confessionals. She don't watch it back.
And she said, Rachel was like, "I think I got this wrong. Sam is a threat, but I think Andy may be the bigger threat that I didn't even realize. And we have truly underestimated him because if I think about it, Andy has lied to me multiple times and I've fallen for it every single time. Yep. And so he might be the one that we need to vote out tonight." And I was like, "Oh, it's a wrap.
Talk yourself."
My strategic king then ran his mouth and got himself sent home. I knew it was over after that.
Look, one of the reasons why Sandra Diaz-Twine is considered one of the best players, that all of Heroes vs. Villains, all she did was stroke Russell's ego. Russell was like, "I'm going to take you to the final because I think I can beat you." And Sandra's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm going 100K.
In that confessional, I don't know about that.
Exactly. Andy should have been like, "This is how Rachel sees me, but when she see me at final 3, I'm going to lay it on her. And she's going to see what my game really was." Yeah. But you had to do that. You told her this. Mm-hmm. Before. It'd be one thing, it's like, you talk about it personal feels like, "I really like you. I hope we can still be friends." And that's one thing. Yeah. But the moment you went and tried to use this moment to try to advocate for her to vote for you, to keep an open mind and say, "What am I going to..." Someone told me that when they tell me they voted me, I was like, "What am I going to keep an open mind for?"
Right. I don't.
But why specifically do I need to keep an open mind about you? And you telling me that there's things you don't know about. I said, "Oh, there's things I don't know about."
Well, and look, and she got the pencil and paper. Okay, and what are these things again? Okay. So, noted. Gotcha. Thanks, Andy. I will take this to the jury at final 3.
Like, spilling your game to someone is one thing if y'all were like actually allies and like you're like Caroline and Sue, and you're like divulging your game to each other, just like trying to like help each other advocate in the jury. That'd be one thing. But y'all never had that. You just told this girl straight up that you vote her out, and you flipped on her the night before. Mm-hmm. And you just pouring your heart and soul out to her. The math don't math on that one.
Yeah.
Acting like you're not, like you're in the Big Brother house and the jury segment doesn't matter. I feel like we've seen multiple people win the game through their jury questions and their answers from that and spelling their game out and kind of shocking the jury and the chance that people don't have to do in Big Brother. But it's like, Andy, you get excited. I feel like you get so excited and you have to tell someone how good you're doing.
He's lied all game. He's played pretty masterfully for a very long time. And if it wasn't for that insecurity, this is what he could have did. He could have lied again. Come on, get it back in your line bag. He could have said, you know what, Rachel, I've thought it over and I'm voting now Sam because I heard what you said and I've really thought about it and I can't beat Sam at the end. You were right. I can't beat him. He got to go. I'm putting my game in your hands. I'm trusting you, Rachel, to not play me. Look, I'm trusting you to not play me, but I'm voting him out because I got to give myself a shot at this game, which I feel like you're doing. And I thank you for coming to me and opening my eyes because I didn't know the jury saw me this way. But I hear what you said. I heard what you said, and Sam got to go. And I think that would have saved him because we hear what she said when he got voted out. Because we can just say he was voted out. She was like, "You convinced me today, just not in the way you thought."
Yeah. Oh, that was a cold line right there. That was cold.
She had another cold one too. Hold on.
Rachel
eating up this whole episode.
Rachel. Oh man, this is the winning stamp right here.
She ate down. Hold on, I gotta pull it up because I tweeted it from the pod account because we're legend. So they going back and forth at tribal council, y'all, about what's really. Oh, I love this too. Rachel ate. She did because they were talking about Jeff. So what happened last week? And here go Teeny talking about. Well, it seemed like it was accidental. They whoops into it, and then Sam was like, "Yeah, I kind of." And Rachel said, "Cut the bull." Andy flipped. That's what happened in the story. Ain't no all this and that. It is what it is. Andy flipped, and that's the end of the story, Jeff. And I was like, "Oh, she got a little fire in her." Oh, and that should have been an indication right there. Mm-hmm. I thought she was laying down and dying.
Hey, I could be better in dying. But oh man.
True, but I was like, now you was just singing a swan song on the beach. Now you cussing us out in front of Jeff.
That swan song turned to a battle cry real quick.
So she gave. I was like, okay, Rachel, I'm sitting up. I'm supposed to be cooking dinner. I'm sitting up now because I'm and they get to talking about what they gonna do, how they all taking out Rachel, and Rachel's like, yeah, this is pretty much. They all done came up and told me. They done wrote my eulogy. They done laid me in the ground.
They done sent me to the house.
They didn't send me to the house.
They sent me to glory.
And I mean, she at the gates. Jeff, all that's left to do is for you to snuff out my torch, and I'm gonna be with King Jesus at the end of the night. And they go cast their vote. And Jeff, she stands up. Well, she was like, "Hold on, Jeff." The only thing better than attending your own funeral is knowing you'll wake up alive the next morning. Ooh. Here's my idol, baby. Play that thing on me, Jeff. Boom. Mic drop.
Yeah, she ate.
It was hard. And that's just a moment. That's like a line that I think will be remembered for throughout Survivor's history.
Put that on a t-shirt. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Because that's just powerful. I mean, what we talk about Dan's funeral all the time during Big Brother, and just and to have a secret like this that nobody really expected. And people have played idols on themselves all the time and kind of snuck up on people. Sure, but even just like the flair of that, where it's like, yeah, everyone thought I was dead. And guess what? Jury, y'all might have thought I was dead too. I'm not, and I'm living to see my own funeral.
You wanted me out. You wanted me out. You wanted me out. She's still here.
Yep.
And so
and
Rachel.
I'm still going to be here.
And still going to be here. Rachel does not count. Rachel does not count. Rachel does not count. Rachel does not count. And unfortunately for Andy, they decided to take him out. So Andy voted out at 6. Strategic King, you played a very great game. I saw your potential from the beginning when others doubted you. I hate to see it come to an end, but take this as a learning lesson. Shut your mouth and know yourself. Get to know yourself and be okay with yourself inside.
Right.
the internal stuff will cost you a game for $1 million, which is crazy to say, but it will, and it does all the time.
And it did.
It did.
You
So
did
we
that?
down to the final 5, y'all, and the episode don't end there. We
Oh
40 minutes.
Lord.
Keep it rolling. Only an hour in.
And so we got part 2 of this part 1.
Eric's saying this a 4-part finale, and this part 2 of the 4-part finale.
I mean, it felt like a whole other episode. I mean, it was a whole other episode. It didn't even really feel like a continuation, more as it just I don't know.
I've been thinking about it. I blame the summit. If the summit was still going on, this would have been a regular episode.
Yeah, they trying to
But
fill that little.
I think the space will be nice for the finale. I think handling just the final 4 and the post game during the finale, I'm hoping it'll be good and not too boring.
Technically, Josh is gonna win, Ty, but because he ain't been here all season, his draft is invalid. So
It
nobody-
is.
That's it.
Yep.
Y'all this generation,
We already took a vote.
Nigga, this ain't a democracy.
Yeah, it is.
No, it ain't.
The only other option is a dictatorship.
It's
So-
not. Listen, it is not January yet.
Is it?
There is still a voting process.
I was about to say, is the winner of the
Popular
draft the
vote
new
wins.
dictator?
Yes.
Is that how it
He
works?
will be. Yes, he will be.
But so they go home. They go back to camp, y'all, after Andy goes home. And you know what? I love what happens at next. Genevieve is still going on with this dang idol child. She be like, I still got my idol. Like, girl, you got to keep your idol. And she's like, yeah, girl, I still got my idol. Where'd you find yours, Rachel? Oh, you know, I had this thing at the auction. I found it in my French fry. Genevieve, where you find yours? You might as well tell us, girl. We know you got it. Where you find yours? Oh, I found it under a pizza slice at the sanctuary.
I
love
give
it.
Rachel because I feel like Rachel prompted that out of Genevieve, where Genevieve was like, "Hey, tell us a story." She said, "Oh, I won't say unless you tell us about your idol." Like that was so smart of Rachel to pry that information out instead of just talking about her own idol, and kind of made Genevieve make up a story.
Which is good because I'm like, let me see if she's gonna give us a convincing story. Because you talking about you found it where and where was the note?
How do you hide a pizza slice? How do you hide it in a pizza slice? Because
It was
you
under,
pick
she
it,
was under.
you pick up the slice, then the note's there. Everyone's gonna see it.
Right.
So, but they believed it. Like, oh my God, I was in a pizza slice. No way. Well, y'all weren't there, so you don't know. So yeah, it was under the pizza slice, like I said. It was under my pizza slice.
You can't have 2 food-based idols in a season. That should have been the clue.
It was land. It really was ridiculous. But hey, to their knowledge at this point, it's real. So why would they not believe her?
Right.
And I knew this was gonna come back to bite her because I knew Sam was gonna do what he did. As soon as Rachel won that immunity, we might as well just cut the crap. Next immunity challenge, Rachel win. But it was out of her. But before then, actually, I would like to say that they both were like having a little mother off, like, you know, giving each other a prop, like, hey girl, I see you. Hey, I see you too, girl.
Yeah, maybe that was the next zone. I said, y'all know what other people
She said, "Oh, when you did this and this, oh my gosh, you're running the game. No, you're gonna. That's why we have to get each other out because oh, you're so amazing, Queen.
Baby,
you
that was
did
in
your
the
thing."
Right. And we find out later on, the other people sitting back at the camp, like, you know, I wasn't really too much of a fan of them bragging in front of us. Like, they the only 2 left in the game. Like, the rest of us don't matter. Spoiler alert, they don't. But how dare they brag and talk about, oh, like we can't win the game. They can't. But I just can't even talk about it with a serious face because it's like,
Little do you know, you cannot.
y'all really think y'all got a chance, huh?
And at this point, Sam has a chance.
A smidget.
Sam, there's a pie where, in my mind, 40% is Genevieve, probably 50% is Rachel, and then you got like a sliver of like a Sam win.
And even they were like, and this is crazy because a lot of people on the timeline was like, why don't y'all just team up? Because what they say, now, girl, what if neither one of us make it? Who gonna win this game? And Jen's like, oh, it's Sam. Because that's very possible.
Right.
That can happen. How many times have we seen that you have two front runners on opposite ends of the thing? They knocking folks out, they hitting each other, they swinging, they missing, they swinging, they missing, and then they both get taken out, and then nothing burgers actually do end up at the end.
Nothing
And
burgers is hilarious.
Well, dang.
Yeah, there's 2 buns, nothing in between.
Nothing in between. No meat for the season. The meat of the season.
It's
gone.
such a great dynamic.
The bun ain't even toasted.
It's such a fun
You just
dynamic
got plain light bread.
because it's not even like 2 different alliances. Of course, in Big Brother, some of the best seasons are 2 different alliances going at each other. No, this is just 2 juggernauts slugging, and it feels like a heavyweight boxing match. Not like the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
I was like, not Tyson and Jake.
And not Jake Paul, Mike Tyson.
That was a cooked match.
But man, it's this season has been so fun with just those 2. Their dynamics of always seeing each other. It's like since the merge, they've had eagle eyes on each other and just haven't been able to take each other out.
Like I see you, see me, see you, see me, see you. Like, and we know we frenemies, girl. Like, hey, girl, like, you know, we on the other side, but you know what? I recognize game. One of us gonna come out of this. We're just gonna be who will it be? One of us.
I would just say, may the best woman win, and then I cut her and bring it.
So you know how we always talk about like we personally we taking the goats, right? We taking the teenies and the Sues of this world to the end because we want to win. But always from the viewer perspective, we like to see the Titans clash at the end. We want to see the Titans clash and go head to head.
We do.
I would have loved to see them 2 and Andy, because I think they're the most strategic people of the season. I would have loved to see all 3 of them get a speeches, put their game out there, specifically them 2, because we talking about things with Andy gone. But I would have loved to see they clash, because who wins? Because everybody already see her Genevieve as a threat, and she done did all this. But we also see Rachel is a threat.
Rachel does. Close vote, but I think Rachel wins regardless.
Yeah, because it's given like Ghost Island Dom versus Window like closeness. Or like the 2
so the third person got it. So Sue breaks the vote. Tight.
Well, if Andy's in that situation, I think Andy kind of downplays Genevieve's game more. Like, hey, Operation Italy, you said it was my move, so it's my move. You can't claim nothing with it. And if Genevieve doesn't have that, she pretty much just has the Saul vote and then just surviving.
And
which she did a great job surviving.
I would have been like, you lied about your idol. I had a real one. Mine's worked, yours didn't. Like I would have won that. I would have won that conversation right then and there. Like, I'm better than you. Well, and you also got to think of it like this too. Sorry, you also got to think of it like this too. They've been saying throughout the damn near entire show, Rachel's gonna win. Rachel's gonna win.
Yeah,
I could know nothing but how the mind works. You keep programming that. Like, damn. Y'all been saying all season Rachel gonna win.
Have they been saying that?
Like, I don't know. Yeah,
no, they have been.
I know they have, but they've been. I feel like they've been saying Genevieve is like slightly more. Where it's if Rachel was gonna win 5 weeks ago, how was she in the underdog alliance?
Look,
with 5 people, with 5 or 7 people, how was Rachel in the underdog alliance and she was always gonna win?
I'm really not sure how she infiltrated that because I was even surprised. Like, damn, they were just saying your name the week before.
And the week before. But I told Eli. Oh, go ahead, Josh.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I told Eli before we came on, I was like, it's crazy. I know you don't want to look back too far ahead, but I'm like, y'all remember? He's like, maybe it was just the edit. And it could have been just the edit, right? But I was like, Caroline and Genevieve specifically said, Rachel is going to win this game. She is the threat that we need to get out today. And then they let Gabe convince and strong arm them to take out Sierra. And I was like, that was a faulty move. Y'all knew and saw Rachel's game for what it was. Yeah, y'all insisted on letting her stay. Or, you fell in line with what everybody else was saying rather than pushing your narrative and making sure she got up out of this game. And now looking at it now, y'all both gone and she's still here and gonna win it all. Like y'all thought and knew. And there's nothing worse about knowing, and we've played these games, we play online reality games, right? And we've all been in the position where we've been like, we know such and such is gonna win the game if such and such move does not happen. People don't believe us, we get taken out, and guess who wins? The very people that we said was gonna win the game.
Oh my God, it happens so often. I said, if you don't take them out, they're gonna win. And I guarantee they're gonna win because they're gonna get my jury vote.
Yeah.
They don't listen, and look what happened.
And so, and then, and this just to keep it in Survivor, let's go back to heroes versus villains. What did Sandra tell them? Like she was trying to get the heroes to listen to her. She was pleading with them. Don't trust it. Don't trust Russell. Don't trust Russell. Don't trust this person. Don't trust this. And they didn't listen to her. But then when they got to the end, here go Rupert. I love doing my Rupert impression. Sandra tried to tell us. She tried to tell us what was going on, and we didn't believe her. We didn't believe her. So we gonna vote for Sandra, and she won. She tried to tell them they went home back to back to back to back, and she like, these is some fools. Y'all are some dumb heroes. I'm trying to tell y'all what's going on. If y'all don't listen, such and such is going to make it to the end. And thankfully for her, they took that like, listen, Sandra played the game. She tried to tell us, we didn't listen. She had the information. So we gonna give her the win. So Russell didn't win, but he beat y'all because y'all didn't listen. So this is the same case. Rachel didn't beat y'all because y'all didn't listen to yourselves and y'all let other people dictate moves that y'all know should have been made. And now Rachel in the final four because she won immunity.
Oh man, what a fun immunity challenge. I like just the fact that I feel like at this point, Final Five, you have to have one that's like has a bunch of resets and just nail biter. And oh man, seeing multiple times, it's almost been a metaphor for the season where there's multiple times where Rachel and Genevieve get their sacks up to 5, get them up to 4. They're slowly increasing them at the same rate, right behind each other. And where's everyone else? Nowhere close. And then finally, right at the end, they both get to 5. Rachel slightly ahead, and I almost feel like this is what we just saw. Rachel slightly ahead. Genevieve puts her 5th one down, walks back. Then her stack just falls. No touch, no anything. Wasn't necessarily her fault, but her stack falls, and then Rachel pushed out the win. This has been cinema. This has been cinema.
Look, them stacking challenges is Rachel's thing, baby, because she took out Kyle just the same way with that same stacking them blocks, spelling immunity. Kyle, he was 2nd place. He had one thing left to do. Rachel beat him in that, and that's what sent him home. Genevieve needed to stack them things, lost it, got sent home. Like they saw that stacking, they should have known. Rachel,
they're gonna be stacking next week too.
I know. I swear, don't. You know, I wouldn't be mad. Give Rachel a win. Please stack another. Please stack the word Rachel or something.
What the immunity challenge gonna be like? What is Rachel's middle name?
Literally,
that's what it's gonna be.
What is Rachel's occupation? Like,
what is her birthday?
Oh man,
oh Lord, that'll be a mess.
The interesting part before Genevieve was voted out was the question. So after Rachel wins, right? So Rachel's off the target list. She can't be touched. Sam is now afraid, rightfully so, that he's gonna be the target. Because you will be. Because everybody believes that Genevieve's idol is real. Because what they all been talking about. He said, so the only way I can save myself now, I love Genevieve, but I gotta put me first, which I don't fault him for. You do gotta put you first. And so he went to Teeny because he know Teeny, the most twisted up bike riding in the head player. Genevieve's idol is broken. It's fake. And so Teeny's like, no way. There's no way. He's like, I made it for her. I know it's fake. It is not real. And so I'm like, dang, that's the only little bit of safety because that's what was keeping Rachel and Sue at bay. That idol was the only thing holding the forces back. And when Teeny goes and spills, like, guess what, y'all? We can get Jenny tonight because that idol fake. And they like, no. That's they playing you, girl. They just trying to cause some confusion. No, don't believe it.
Believe.
Yes, believe them. Don't believe Teeny. Teeny's an unreliable narrator, please.
Hold on. So as of now, who is Teeny closest to?
Teeny themselves.
The closest person she was Genevieve, correct?
They bickered though. I mean, they were
Even
both
though
on
they weren't
the.
close. Who was she is close to right now?
I don't know.
Funny thing is, I
I'll let people
probably
know.
would say Rachel, but at this point, she wants Rachel out, and so it's a weird spot where I almost feel like everyone in the finals is kind of playing for themselves. Of course, Sue falls into a line of being loyal to someone that someone ended up being Rachel.
Yeah.
But of the four other ones, it's kind of like, hey, how do I navigate this game for myself? And it's not really about allies or closeness.
Right.
But I'd argue it was Genevieve. They've had the
Well,
most
then-
long-running relationship,
I
except
think so too.
That montage, I love the flashback of her line to every single time. Girl, we voting out wrong tonight. It was Keyshawn. We gonna do such and such and such and such. How do they have the votes? I don't know, girl. I don't know how they got the votes to do Saul. Saul gone, taken out. Like, and it's just each and every time. She's like, she has lied to me. I've fallen for the lie. She has led me astray. I can't trust her. I need her out. And now that I know she don't have a real idol, this is my time to get her out. In the spinning, in the webs of Genevieve's lives. It's time to cut it off
Right.
at the root.
I just have to say that my theory is true. That anybody that even gets remotely close to Teenie goes home. We're waiting for that Genevieve answer to confirm.
Oh my
Teenie
God.
is a ticking time bomb, bruh. Do not befriend her. Don't even just like cool. Oh, that's the kiss of death. Sorry.
She's like a white widow.
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's crazy how and I don't think this whole montage, of course, we all don't think that Teenie has a great chance to win. And I think this point even builds on that, where one, Teenie says themselves, where it's like, my brain is melting. Like, been
Yeah, it's
hoodwinked, bamboozled, and she's been literally played like a puppet. Where, yeah, her moves hasn't really been her moves. Her emotions have been dictated on lies. And sure, that's fine. But then she goes to the girls and is an unreliable narrator too, where they're like, I don't know. And cut to how she ends up voting.
So here's some
Teenie,
clarity.
Teenie, Lord, Teenie.
So fast forward. So even after that, so the girls didn't believe her. So I need to go ask Genevieve. Genevieve confesses that her idol is fake. Do y'all think she should have said that? I don't
Say that
know.
again?
When Genevieve confessed that the idol was fake, I'm like, I don't know if she should have did that or not.
She didn't even like try to like. She's like, yeah, it's fake, baby. That like going home with me. You will watch the answer on CBS.
Right. Well,
Okay.
I think the reason why she did it was to maybe cast more doubt, because when she went back and told Caroline and Rachel, like, oh, she told me it's fake, and they was like, oh, girl, no, something is up. No, red alarm. They want us. They want us to put them votes on her for a reason. No,
You think it's fake? It is.
Yeah.
It's an ultimate game of just BS. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's ultimate reverse psychology situation where you could think, oh, if I say that it's real, they're gonna think I'm faking it because I have nothing else to do. I have no power but to say it's real.
Mhm.
The moment you say it's fake and you lose all your power and say, hey, I'm powerless, then it's like, why would she say she's powerless?
Yeah.
Unless she wants us to do something. It's an interesting situation. I think it's a lose-lose. It did feel awkward, her just straight up admitting it and not even toying or anything. But that bluntness, I think, kind of helped her out.
And I also think, from the perspective of Rachel and Sue, like when you talk about Teenie, is she the most reliable source because she kind of runs her mouth a lot, and she hasn't. And based on her track record, she doesn't really
Kinda.
have a grasp of what's going on in the game. So, like, I would take any information that I'm getting from Teenie with the tiniest grain of salt. And be like, no, they were perfectly telling Teenie to keep confused because she can be confused all season.
Hey, y'all, I loved it because I was like, I tweeted too from the account. I said, this is hilarious because Genevieve has tricked these people so long, all game, all season long, that even when presented with the truth that her idol's fake, they still scrambling on what to do. It's so bad. She got them hood. She has done a number on these people's psyche. Okay, I loved it though. I love the scramble because we didn't know what was gonna happen. Will they believe? Won't they believe? You know.
A
They
game of
might
will
have
they, won't they?
believed. They might have believed, as crazy as that is.
They might.
That
have
lie would have went with
believed.
me though. I don't care. I would have said,
It's real. It's
I would have
real.
said, listen, believe what
Play
you want
with
to
me.
believe. Okay? I told you where the idol was.
Do
I
what you
told you
want
I
to
got
do.
it. We'll find the answer out tonight.
Because it's so easy to kind of
Hold
flip
up.
this back on Sam
ate my
and
food.
say, hey, this is his last chance. His Hail Mary is to just say my idol's fake, and that's all he has. He's trying to save his own butt. So I'm surprised that perspective wasn't tried at all.
Yeah. And then I would have said, and this to make it even further, I'm playing my idol tonight because I believe that we are going into the final four as ladies. It's gonna be us 4 ladies at the end. But y'all want to play with me? I'm gonna write down one of y'all names. So y'all put that idol on me. I'm writing down one of y'all names, and one of y'all gonna miss out on this all girls final four. That I want to see happen. That's what I want to see happen, and I'm gonna make it happen because I'm playing my idol tonight. So y'all need to go put it on Sam. But if y'all want to play with me, who want to go home? That's why I would sit down, Sue, or well, obviously we don't know C got an idol. Well, they don't know that, but I'm like Sue, Teeny, which one of y'all want to go home? Who I put my vote on?
Sue would have said me.
Teeny, it is then. But I just think that she might have played that a little bit. Like she didn't play it wrong necessarily, but I think sticking with the truth and then making it seem like, oh, Sam this is last ditch effort, like Eli said. I think that might have went over better because it's easy to see. I'm Josh is, y'all nodding your head because it's like, oh yeah, he see the writing on the wall. He gonna bring up any and everything to try to stay. He want to be in this game so bad, and I think that might have worked. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, Genevieve was sent home.
No.
Glad, yeah, she gone to the jury.
She done went to glory in the game of Survivor. That is.
Wonderful player, masterful at deception, very calculated strategist. The girl played a very great game. She gave us iconic quotes. She should be proud of herself.
Would not mind seeing her play again, actually.
Nope.
I really want to, though. I think it'd be interesting because I think she could play a different game where the evolution of Genevieve continues, where we saw her kind of start up cool and then cut Keyshawn and totally drop and kind of rebuild and relearn her relationship with herself.
Yep.
So I think if she came back on 50, it'd be a whole new person. But I'm excited. I really want Genevieve.
What would have made it even? This episode would have been even funnier. What if Genevieve did have an actual real idol that nobody know about, and she was like, "I told you this idol was fake." But this one right here, baby.
I was hoping.
You heard it here first. I really hope somebody do that. Yeah, I got a fake idol. And they say, this is not an idol. Oh, my bad, Jeff. I'm going to give you this one. Oh, that was
that has happened. I could be wrong.
Man, I need to go back and watch that because that would be great.
That would have left everybody on the floor. Like, even if they didn't show us that she found it. Like, if she was like, I told you this was fake, and they were like, oh yeah, we got her. But this one, Jeff.
Cut to a flashback of her finding it just a day ago or whatever.
That would have been perfect.
What should have happened was they would have said, "No, this is not a real idol." Sue should have said, "Hold on, Jeff. I think this one's real." And then played it on Genevieve, and then we would have had our women vote Sam out. Oh, that would have been great TV. But Sue said, "I'm not even mad at Sue though, because listen, this is the last time I played this idol, and I gotta look out for myself. You never know where these votes go. I'm playing this on me." So ain't nobody said your goddamn name. Not nobody.
It was just so underwhelming because she was so proud.
But I was just like, damn, because I was like, she about to use it on Genevieve, and it was like, she not.
And everybody's like, oh, they acting all like happy for her. Like, girl, it was so underwhelming because we knew it meant nothing, and I hate to see idols used for nothing.
And just wait, they're all gonna gas her up. They're all gonna gas her up. Like, oh, you're gonna win this game now, Sue. Oh, you're up there with me. Rachel's about to say, oh, you could beat me with that idol play. You got me.
But look, depending on who, if somehow Rachel does not make it to final 3, and it is Sam and Teeny and Sue, she can play them like I had this idol this whole time, and never used it because I was never in danger. That is a talking point.
The Marianne, do the Marianne.
Marianne had other stuff on her resume, so I don't want to go all the way down.
That was a
even if
dark moment. But yeah, you're right.
I would have liked to see her keep it because we knew she wasn't going home. And so even if it wouldn't have done her much good to keep it and try to do a Marianne, because like Josh said, Marianne had other moves on her resume too. So
Can we talk about the votes before we talk about how Rachel's gonna win and how Rachel already won, except that Sam
Rachel
wins.
won.
But why is it so? Teeny made themselves a central point of, hey, this vote is all on me. This is my choice, and goes out there, stands in the voting booth for 2.5 minutes, thinking, "Oh my gosh, I need 30 more seconds. I can't do this." And during Tribal, whispers to Rachel, "Hey, I think we should vote out Genevieve." Rachel's like, "Nah, you good. You good." And she still votes Sam, and Rachel voted Genevieve. We were so close to greatness. Why did Rachel still vote Genevieve out after like letting gushing TD vote for Sam? I'm so upset.
So apparently, Teeny says that I knew Rachel and Sue were voting Genevieve and put one on Sam just to make sure that was planned.
Okay. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for Teeny. I'm gonna be real in terms of like, gosh dang, view from the jury. You're swinging and missing again. Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Let's keep it a buck. Nothing else really look good for Teeny.
It hasn't looked good for Teeny in weeks.
Yeah, I just think, hey, now you can't say you. Yes, you helped get Genevieve out, but you weren't a driving vote in that. They did it without you, and so I missed that from her.
But wait,
From them.
Counterpoint. If you're in like a group alliance and you plan to split the vote, but you split in the minority, but the person you put the votes on didn't have an idol, but you still not a part of that plan?
I guess, but we're in Final 5. Y'all doing too much. Why y'all ganging up on Genevieve?
I don't know. I've been so negative on Teeny. I against some could redeem.
Somebody got to go.
Yeah, there was nothing that Teeny can do. Her game has been over for a long time now. Like
For a minute.
Yeah.
So
Unless she somehow went down and took out Rachel at fire. But we know she's not going to do because once she not where need to be.
What if she does?
she ain't nothing.
But Rachel has the glasses, and whoever wears glasses and has the scene of the fire going in their glasses ends up winning fires. So Rachel already has.
Really?
Well, no, that's just been something they've done for the past few seasons, where it's like, oh, there's a scene of someone looking in fire.
See if there's any spoilers.
But
we already had the spoilers. Rome already spoiled the game.
Hey, we can talk about this off stream.
Is it right?
We'll talk about this off stream. We'll talk about this off stream.
We're not gonna say the spoiler.
We ain't saying the spoilers, but I'm just saying Rome did spoil it. I think him spoiling this season, he done messed himself up from going on 50. I think they would have called him.
Yeah, for sure.
He wasn't coming back. He might have been coming back.
He was.
He ain't coming
Q's
in.
better. Q's better than Rome. And
you know
they're the same archetype of chaos.
Better player. I think Rome was a little more. I don't know. He was more chaotic. He wasn't more entertaining necessarily.
No, never was more entertaining.
But he was more chaotic, for sure. And he inspired loyalty for some reason from other people. I don't know how he was gaining all that loyalty. I think because he had all these different powers and advantages, that's what really sealed it in. But celebrity that is going on 49. No, I have not heard about that.
Celebrity.
Y'all new co-host is adorable. Does she get Josh?
Way to go, CC.
She
do.
No, she don't.
She do.
You gonna win the draft, mamas.
She does. She definitely
Dang. Same amount of wins as Josh. That's crazy. Way to go, CC.
Absolutely
Who's the celebrity? Let us know the I mean, it was supposed to be me, but you know.
You ain't no damn celebrity yet.
Huh?
Let me Google and see if we see something.
Well, you don't know that. I'm a public figure.
It Eric.
And A-list. Duh. Hello. I'm A minus.
Oh
Said I'm
man.
A minus.
I'm an A minus list celebrity.
Eric.
I would never want to be A list. Give me C plus, B minus.
Well, that'll be fun news. So, yeah, they have the cast for season 48 out, and I'm sure they have announced the premiere date. I don't remember the premiere date, but
How they gonna say they have an A-list 71? The cast of this thing gonna be finalized because they don't take till like February, March.
Yeah.
Hey,
Speculation, I guess.
hey, Jeff said, hey, you have a red carpet. You can go on down to Survivor. You want to join? Okay, Ariana Grande.
That's
Just
who took
perform
my
Wicked
spot.
on the island.
Whoever the celebrity is, that's who took my spot.
Hey, could be Miss Fenty. Could be Robin Fenty. Who knows?
I think she having
That's a
another
Big
baby.
Brother fan. That's a Big Brother fan right there. She could do Survivor.
Maybe they ain't gonna never let
Ooh.
that go.
Tom Holland is a Survivor fan.
He filming Spider-Man, so move on.
He ain't filming nothing right now.
Oh man,
And
that'll
that's
be fun to theorize.
It would be. But Rachel's gonna win. I think we all are in agreement of that.
Sam
That's
has a 10% still. Pretty much, Sam still has a 10% chance. Rachel has the rest.
Yeah. Facts.
Shout out Sam. We were talking earlier. Sam thinks Eric thinks that Sam is a GOAT. I think he's done some stuff.
He's not a goat. He's more just like he a cow. Useful. Provide something.
Oh
But a
man.
non-factor overall.
Oh man. I can't say you're wrong. I can't say because compared to Rachel, you're right.
Like, even at this point, Suda done more than him now. So it's like she was in on the blind side with the idol. Like, she knew about this vote that saved him. Like, it was that
Hey,
turned out to be
no, Sam got Genevieve out. Sam got Genevieve out. Is a key on how Genevieve got out, and is also part of Operation Italy. And was right near the start of the game. I don't know. I'll defend Sam. I'll be a Sam defender.
you gonna be defending a 0 vote finalist.
But dude, both of them are on CC's draft, so you know what? What can we do?
Right, CC winning either way. But if there's
sorry,
nothing
Josh.
else,
And she is. Girl.
any
Yeah.
final concerns, questions, things we need to put out there? Cracking up. I love that the names still say Josh. That's what makes it even funnier.
Trying to do the name.
Exactly.
CC's middle name is Josh.
It is. It's
Sierra Josh.
Josh
Joyce. Sierra Joyce.
Jack Harlow. That'd
be dope.
Jack Harlow.
That's
Ain't he the one that sung with Brandy?
Yes, child.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
talking about he didn't know who Brandy was. Goodbye, Jack.
y'all ain't messing with Jack Harlow. No,
He fell off. He ain't had a hit since
he
he was
ain't fell off.
since he was with what's his name down in the prison, that prison video. What's his
Now he
name?
ain't
Oh,
down in
Lil
the
Nas
prison.
X.
Yes, he ain't had nothing since Little Nas X.
Man, all because he doesn't release some in 2 years or whatever.
Fell
People
off.
don't. That's not falling off. That's not releasing music. Hey,
I forgot his
he's
name.
up there.
The first thing I saw Jack, I thought of Jack Sparrow. I thought he was on Pirates of the Caribbean. That was the first Jack I
Goodbye,
thought
Eric.
of.
I will say it will be fun next week talking about where Rachel is in like the new era winner ranking. So I will say
She up
that
there. She up
she
there.
might she might
be the top.
she might be 101.
Cause I love me some Marianne now. Love me some Marianne. But Rachel's played a up there game.
Do you think she's higher than D?
Oh my God, D played a good game. Oh, this is hard. That'll be hard. Cause D played an amazing game.
Mhm.
Dominant game. Ooh, D was dominant.
We'll
Woo.
see. Shoot.
I don't know. That's a good one. That's a hard one.
Mm.
We'll talk about it next week.
Yep, we'll be here next week, and then the holidays are coming up.
Okay, the holidays. But y'all, thank you so much for tuning in to Who All Gonna Be There podcast. Once more, we will be back next week to cover the finale. But before we go, y'all know what to do. Go to YouTube, subscribe to Who All Gonna Be There podcast. Make sure your friends, aunties, uncles, and cousins also subscribe. And then head on over to Twitter and IG and follow us at Who All There. And most importantly, also turn on those notifications so you never miss when we got something coming out.
Yes.
Until
What you
next
said.
time.
Bye.